All set? Can everybody please stand for the flag salute? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, nation under God, in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notification of this meeting has been provided by advertising in the record and posted notice of this meeting in Borough Hall and the Superintendent's office. I hereby call to order the public meeting of the Little Ferry Board of Education, Thursday, August 21st, 2025 at 7:01 p.m. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Brunelli, Mrs. Bertoli,
Here.
Mr. Feitros, Mr. Kanan, Mr. Mealy,
Here.
Mr. Lasuzo,
Here.
Mr. Borisek,
Here.
Mrs. Patel,
Here.
Mrs. Bradley.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Be it resolved that the Little Ferry Board of Education approves the minutes of the regular public meeting held on July 17th, 2025. Do I have a motion? Motion. Second? Second.
Right. Mrs. Bertoli,
Yes.
Mr. Mealy,
Yeah, here.
Mr. Lasuzo,
Yes.
Mr. Borisek, I was absent. Mrs. Patel,
Yes.
Mrs. Bradley.
Yes. We will now open it up to Mr. Carapato to provide a superintendent's report.
I'm going to invite Mr. Dunn to give the Access ELL scores report, which typically we were hoping to get done all in one shot this year, but the state of New Jersey had other plans. So
Well, that's one thing. Next year, you'll get all the reports at once. You'll get NGSLA and ELM and Access at once, but Governor mandated it, but it has got it to the DOE. So if you turn your attention to the board behind you, here's the report for the Access for ELLs. So the Access test assesses our multilingual learners in grades kindergarten through grade 8. The acronym stands for Assessing Comprehension and Communication in English State to State. So it's a nationally normed assessment. It focuses on 4 domains: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And students can score between 1 and 6, with a passing score being 4.5 or higher. So we'll go over some glows and grows, the data, and then our intervention strategies moving forward. All right, some glows. So our passing rate, or students above the 4.5, were within 1% from the 2024 scores. It went down slightly, but it was within 1%. Any number below 10 or 10%, I can't report, because then you could figure out how many kids and who the kids were. So 16 students exited in the fall model assessment, which is an assessment that we are able to give at the start of the school year. So those would be 16 additional students that would have passed. We are now at 30% of our staff is trained in sheltered English instruction, which trains general education teachers to be able to provide differentiated supports to our multilingual learners. And we are continuing to use our WIN period, our What I Need Now period, and not supplant any instructions are missing less content area time. Our grow is to increase the passing rate. As I said, it went down by a tick this year, so we want to make it go up next year. Our goal is to train 10% more staff by 2026. So that'll put us at 40% of our staff being trained. And we want to find more time for collaboration during weekly team times with the ESL teachers collaborating with the content area teachers. So look at the data. So our participation rate is great, 100% across the board for both schools and the district as a whole. So all the students who were multilingual learners were able to take the assessment. So this is a breakdown of the 6 different achievement levels and the percentages with each. So you can see the majority of our students were in between that 2 to 4 range, with the bulk at that 3. So just below that passing rate overall as a district, but trending upwards. And that's really what we like to look for. I'll go a little bit more into depth on the makeup of the students and who we got this year, which attributes to this. This is a breakdown of the different domains and how we did at each building as well as the district overall. We're consistently strongest in listening, and that is generally the first domain that students become strongest in. They hear English all day in all of their content area classes, so their comprehension of English orally becomes stronger quicker. And you can see that that was our strongest area overall. Writing is always the biggest struggle for both our multilingual learners and native language speakers as well. And you can see the scores across there. This is a breakdown of the percentage by subgroups. So again, there's going to be a lot of N's in here because if that subgroup is a group of 10 or less, by law, I'm not allowed to report it. So that first column, it'll show all the different subgroups. So white, Black, Asian, Hispanic, economically disadvantaged, and special education. So those first four categories, white, Black, Asian, and Hispanic, are the breakdown of our multilingual learner population. And then the breakdown of that whole of how many are economically disadvantaged. So you can see over 50% of our students who are multilingual learners are economically disadvantaged. And then working from left from that 1 all the way to the 6, you can see the breakdown of how each of those subgroups performed. Again, many of those subgroups are below the 10 number, so I can't report those. But you can see how our economically disadvantaged students did as well as our Hispanic Latino students. There we go. So a trend and comparative analysis to last year. So overall, the district scores did go down slightly. We're still in that 2 range as a overall average is where we've been for the past 4 years, actually. Although it did take a slight percentage dip at both schools in the district overall, going down by about 0.2 of a point. The data findings. So this is something that's very interesting and something that we've seen trending over the past 3 years. So we had 73 multilingual learners in 24-25. 30% of those multilingual learners were new students to the district. 11 in Washington and 13 in Memorial for 24 overall. 30% of those new students to the district started halfway through the year or later. So that's January or later, with some of the students arriving during the access testing window and being welcomed to school with a test. And of those 73 multilingual learners, of the new ones, 58% of our new multilingual learners, almost 60%, were newcomers to the United States. So we are port of entry, they're new to the United States. So while our scores went down a little bit, we did have a large influx of students who are new to the country. So our intervention strategies, our 3-pronged approach. We want to increase the sheltered English instruction that provides better services to all of our MLLs in all of their settings. As I said earlier, we're currently at 30%. Our goal is 40% by next year. That's run by Melissa Fellozola, as well as some of the other ESL teachers over the summer. So it's not just the state mandated course, which we do through Stockton. It's also supplemented by those teachers providing actual strategies and using the curriculum that each grade level teaches so that they can make those accommodations and modifications. Our K2 phonics is a big push this year, and one of our district goals is to improve literacy skills across the district. It'll provide 60 minutes of high intensity instruction for our K2 MLLs, and it will supplement, not supplant, so they'll get that high intensity phonics instruction to build their overall language skills. And then additional resources. We piloted Off the Class, which is a specific MLL resource that can be used by both ESL teachers and content area teachers. And we'll be using it in both Rise and Shine and After School. Language Power is a new tool that the ESL teachers were using last year. We purchased the second kit for them. We also purchased decodables for all grades K-3. And when we purchase them, it's not just for the content area teachers. We buy them for our ESL classes as well. And all the ESL teachers have now been trained in UFly, which is a science of reading based curriculum, so that they can provide our students with a little bit more. Muchas gracias. That was the end.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn.
So we completed June's financials, we'll be voting on that tonight. We did our first bond payment for the new school on August 15th. So we completed that. Everything's rolled over to 25-26 in terms of the budget. We're operating as normal. The auditors will be arriving on Monday to start audit. So in terms of the projects, we replaced the kitchen floor out in the annex. So we completed that and it was actually reinforced. Bathrooms are almost done and we've completed 50% of the HVAC.
Great.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon. Should we go through the committee for shows? Committee reports. Any public comment on the agenda for this week? Take a block vote on F31 to F33, DO121 to DO140, 87 to P95, phase 6, 14, PO5, PO6. Do I have a motion? Second?
Mr. Brunelli is absent. Mrs. Bertoli.
Yes.
Mr. Feintrost is absent. Mr. Kanan is absent. Mr. Mealy.
Yes.
Mr. Lusuzo.
Yes.
Mr. Voracek. Mrs. Patel.
Yes.
Mrs. Bradley.
Yes.
Resolutions passed.
Now open it up to public comment on non-agenda items.
Yeah, hi, Leslie Gottlieb, 464 Liberty. I know I sent you an email on this, but there's a kind of a concern with all the construction going on between the new school. We've got the project down on Echo Road, which I sent you a memo on, which sounds like it's going into October. And you've got whatever they're doing by the library. You know, that's obviously going to affect the kids getting to school on time. So I don't know if anyone started to think about how they're going to handle it. And you can't give the whole school tardies if they're stuck because of construction.
So I'll answer that a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Our project manager for this job at the borough are in communication. So I don't want to speak to how frequently they talk, but they do talk quite often about the traffic patterns, especially as this starts to ramp up and road, I don't want to call them closures, but assistance is going to be needed, that they're not overlapping with what's happening actually potentially both sides of Liberty. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, unfortunately, it's going to be a wait and see approach to see what that traffic pattern does. I know that they've been alternating sides. I'm hoping, because we actually just discussed it even with transportation for the buses and getting out of here and getting down to Lake Street and getting out of the parking lot and getting down to Ridgeville Park and to Teterboro and to those places, how much of a delay that's going to cause. Typically here, even on really rainy days, a little sorry, rainy days, there could be flooding pretty quickly. So when we have those days, Mark is outside and I'm outside, typically a message is relayed to the secretaries, who then make an announcement at the school that not to mark kids tardy until we give a clear, okay, at this point forward, they'll be tardy. But yeah, it's going to be a little messy. It's going to be a little sticky. I have confidence though in the borough. I do have confidence in our project management team that it's going to be the best it can be. But I would be remiss if I didn't say, yeah, I do have concerns myself about the traffic.
Okay, yeah, because my son even commutes that way to his job.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we're
and
just
right now
hoping
it
for
has
the
to go
best.
back because the school traffic's not there. But
Yeah.
even when I come in the morning, I'm coming down. I got to go straight on Main. I can't be left. So there's definitely some concerns.
Yeah.
I think everything that's happening is great for the town, but it's going to be, some trouble.
Okay, just wanted to, make sure you're aware of it.
No, I appreciate it. That's why I respond. That's why I said thank you, because I do take those, and I'm going to try to put something together. But again, I want to wait until I get a little more guidance from the borough too about what they're anticipating doing in the morning. Are they gonna delay their start? Because even here, we try to delay our starts until after the kids are in. For any kind of like big equipment or machinery that has to come in.
And also,
And
one other
deliveries.
thing with the, since now we're starting, is there gonna be any concern with the noise from across the street into the
There'll be some
classrooms?
disruptions. They're aware, we'll be, we meet bi-weekly, so when they're
Right.
going to be doing things that are gonna be a little bit more noisy, it allows us to require teachers to keep their windows closed, things of that nature. Look, the construction is noisy, construction is messy. We do talk about those things at our meetings. We try to mitigate, but again, like I said, I'd be lying to you if I said, yes, it's gonna be noisy at points. It's gonna be disruptions, but we're gonna do our best to keep them.
Okay,
within
well, I'm
reason.
looking forward to the day when that new school is
We
there.
all are, and that's why we wanna keep moving forward, do it responsibly, but it's exciting, but comes with it some of the things that you brought up.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion.